guys, how you doing? It's Armrest in Review Camp. Recently, from the last car review, we had our viewers requesting for more performance cars to be reviewed. So today is no exception, guys. Today I have this for you. It's a Porsche Panamera Turbo 2013 model. We're going to be reviewing this today, giving you a tour of the interior as well as the exterior. Right, guys, we're going to start off by talking about the front first. I mean, as you can see, this car has a really bold look to it. It's a massive, wide. I mean, the engine from here has a really big bonnet. So it does stand out. The colour of this car is black. I'm not sure if it's a metallic black, that is black. So that's quite nice. I mean, this car reminds me, I mean, the looks of it, it looks like a Porsche 911. I mean, it's really similar to Porsche 911 from the front, which is not a bad thing, but it does really look like that. So I mean, this is the sport, the turbo sport model. So we can see the lower grille, has a sportiness to it. I do like that. This car's main rivals, guys, it's the Audi A7 Sportsback and the Mercedes CLS. So let me know of this and those two which would you like the most. Down here, guys, the lower vents here, it does have that vent here for the air to go in, for that over dynamic and efficiency. These lights here, they do turn on. They're all LED lights. It does have exon lights, LED lights, daytime running lights. They do have that. It's nice and big, nice and chunky. Everything of this car finishes right here. I mean, it does have a grille as big as, for example, the Audis, but it does have a good look, so I do like it. Right, guys, now this particular model is the turbo model, so the rims here is a 19-inch rims with the red calipers. I really like this. I mean, it does really stand out, give that sportiness feel. So big brake calipers, I really like that. And plus the colour of the rims, guys, it's a stony grey sort of colour. I do like that. Feels really nice. It feels really good. It looks really good. Really sporty. Has really sporty rims here. I do like that. Also, there's vents here, guys, for those airs to come in for the extra efficiency. Now, this particular model, the professional shape itself has a really sloping stand here, guys. It does, as I say, it does look like a 911. It looks really like a 911, but it's a coupe. It's like a bigger version of the 911, which is not a bad thing, but it's really quite, as you can see, it's really quite low. As you get it down, it goes really low, so which is not a bad thing. I mean, the design of it is a bit controversial. Some people may like it, some people will not like it. But please let me know your thoughts of this car, of the shape, of the design in the comments below. Thanks, guys. So moving on. Now to open this car from the back itself, there's a button here. Here's electric, so it goes up automatically, as you can see. If you want to come close, I mean, it's a nice square shaped deep boot. I mean, we have fit in a few things just to show you guys how much you can fit in. I mean, as you can see, we fit in a lot of stuff in here. So it is quite nice. Plus, these metal sort of pillars here make it really nice for you to unload and offload stuff. So it doesn't have that big grill. So that's nice to have. There are a few storages down here and over there, but overall it's a nice size to have. I'm not sure if this is bigger or smaller than the Audi A7 and the Mercedes CLS. I think this is slightly bigger, but overall it should be able to fit quite a lot of stuff in here, guys. So to close it, obviously it's electric. You just press this button here. There you go. It electrically closes. One other thing, guys, this car also has a spoiler. As you can see, the spoiler here, for the extra sportiness feel, but it does look good. I do really like it. Right, guys, in the car now, and my first impression of the interior, quality interior design, it's really nice. I really like sitting in here. I mean, everything you touch in this car, it feels really well built, quality, aluminium, metal. There's no plastics that I can find. The interior design, I mean, the whole dashboard on this side here, I mean, it's nicely laid out. It reminds me of the Porsche 911. I mean, it looks really similar in terms of the layout, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's not bad. So I do like this dashboard. It's really nice. It's really easy reach, for the driver. So I do like the design. I mean, I'm okay in terms of the dashboard's layout. I mean, there are a few buttons, there's quite a lot of buttons here. I mean, if you compare it to an Audi A5 Sportsback, whereas that's a bit more minimalistic, whereas with the Porsche here, there's so many buttons. If you look down here, there's buttons for the heated seats, Sport Plus, also the climate control. So you may get a bit confused, but it does depend on you and your personal preference. I mean, you may like this sort of a design, some people might not. So the quality overall itself, there's leather over here, feels really nice. There's elements of carbon fiber here, here as well. So so that's a really nice touch. Overall, it does feel really nice in here. I mean, I can't find any sort of plastic around, but then again, it's a Porsche. It's a high-end premium car. Jumping on the steering wheel itself, I mean, it's a nice feel. It does have sports grips over here, which is nice. This is the upgraded model, so it does have the paddle shifters over here made of aluminium. It's a nice touch. Right, guys, the seating itself, I mean, it's a nice seating position. I do feel really comfortable. Obviously, it's made out of leather, and so these sports side covers, do make you feel comfortable. On this car, as I said, this is a sports car, so you do sit quite low in the car. I mean, it is a Porsche, so Porsches are commonly known for their sportiness. So you do sit quite low in this car. It's a nice, comfy feel. I mean, it's a bit hard. From my point of view, I mean, you may differ, but it's quite hard. But overall, it's nice. It's nice. The digital cockpit, I mean, this particular model, I mean, the dials, I mean, all this, so the speedometer, the rev counter, it's not digital. However, it is clear. I mean, you can clearly see, so your speed, your gauge, your fuel, and all that. So it's nice and clear. But I suspect this particular model's newer versions, the 2020s and the 2019s, I think it is digital, but this particular version is not. Right, guys. As far as the engine and the transmission of this car is concerned, this particular model, it's the Porsche Panamera Turbo V8, 4.8 litre 500 brake horsepower. So it's a really powerful engine. There's 8 cylinders, so it's really fast. 500 brake horsepower. I mean, I think you can imagine, it's sort of Ferrari, Lamborghini sort of territory. So you can imagine how fast this car is. I mean, pickup wise, acceleration wise, it's really fast. So the transmission of this car, it's a 7-speed automatic. So again, the shift, there's no lag. It's really quick. It's really smooth. That I really like. But looking at the engine itself, I mean, it's a really powerful engine. However, when you look at the economy side of things, it's not really that economical, because this car on average will average 27 miles per gallon, which for some may not be, that fuel efficient or that economical. But then again, this is a Porsche, so it's known for its performance and speed, and the machine it has, how fast it can go. So it really depends on what you want, guys. If you want a really fast performance car, that's high on power, this is going to be it. But if you want a car that's not, that's economical, that will get you, I don't know, around 50 miles per gallon, this may not be it. So it really depends on your choice. But this particular model, this particular car, it's really powerful. It's a V8 engine, 500 brake horsepower, so really fast. So once you get to drive this, this type of car, you will understand how fast and how powerful the engine is. In terms of climate control and the features of this car, guys, now as I said earlier, so this particular model, Porsche, the Panamera, there's a lot of buttons down here, as you can see. So this is the upgraded model, so you obviously do get heated seats for passenger and driver. They're also auto for passenger and driver, so you can self-control them. Now this particular, the driving mode for this car, Sport and Sport Plus. So you can also raise or lower the car's suspension level from here. The exhaust, the sound of the exhaust is over here, the button here. So there's a lot of buttons here. The temperature controls are here separately for the driver and passenger. Your front and back defrost over here, climate controls, AC over here. So there's a lot of buttons here. As I said, it may not be to everyone's preference, but if you can, sort of understand it, work it will be great. I mean, it is sort of well laid out, but there's a few more buttons here and there, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Now this particular multimedia screen here, guys, it's a 7-inch screen, and it is touchscreen. So obviously from here, you can control, all your Bluetooth, music, radio, DAB, everything is controlled here. And as I said, it is a touchscreen, so that's nice. However, you can also control by these buttons here: media, tuner, phone, Navi, and all that. Everything's controlled by here. So this car also has, so the SIM card tray that goes over here. So you can either control it via here or these buttons here, which is a nice touch. I do like that, having that option. I mean, buttons are nice to have. I mean, if it was fully, if this whole screen was fully touchscreen, there's no buttons, some people may not like it, but I like to have a few buttons. That's nice to have. One other thing, guys, I like these, huge vents, these climate control vents. Is nice and big. There's one here for the driver, one for the passenger, and there's one here, additional one on the sides as well, which is nice to have. Both seats, this particular model, the other feature is that of both seats for the driver and passenger are electric, and it's down here, and they're all made of aluminium. I mean, it's not plastic, which some guys you get, but Porsche, obviously, it's a high-end car. Everything you touch is going to be made out of quality, and this particular one, all of the controls for the electric seats are made out of aluminium, so it's nice and feels really good. One thing also as well, I don't know if you noticed, guys, this center here, this is made out of aluminium. I mean, it's a nice premium feel. I do like that. That's really nice. And obviously the gear lever itself, aluminium, leather. It's a nice solid feel. I do like that. That's a really great thing to have. Right, guys, now for drivers, I mean, all of the windows are all automatic, electric, and they're all controlled down here. So the driver has all the controls, and all of these buttons here feel really quality. I mean, they're not cheap. I do like that. It's a nice touch. Now, this particular model, as I said, is the high-end model, so you do get memory seats, and they're controlled via here. So you can set for it has 2 memory seats. So as soon as you get in the car, you can set it, and then once you turn the car on, it will automatically remember which of the settings was yours. So that's really nice. The other thing, guys, so all of the this door handle here made aluminium, nice touch, carbon fiber over here, which continues there, down here, and across the dashboard. That's a nice touch to have carbon fiber. It's a really premium thing. I mean, not all cars have that, but this particular model, Porsche, does include that, which is really nice to have. Now I'll jump onto storage, guys. The storage down here for the driver's door, I mean, it's not that big. You can probably fit a small 1 litre bottle. It's not that big, but you should be okay for 1 litre bottle. There's a mini storage here, for your one cigarette lighter connection, which is nice to have. There's a cup holder here, guys, which is nice to have. Storage down here, as you can see, it is quite deep. It's a nice square shape. We have fitted a few things, which you can see. So it should be adequate for chewing gums and maybe creams, hand creams, and all that, which is nice touch. Now, so the storage for the glove box. Open it, there we go. I mean, it's not that big or wide or deep, but fitting gloves and a few paperwork should be okay. So it's a decent size. Right, guys, up here, so you have all of your controls and switches for your Bluetooth, telephone connectivity, speaker, and all that. For your LED lights, you turn them on from these buttons here. There we go. Really nice. This particular one does also have the sunroof. I mean, it's not all the way back to the rear passengers, but you do have a sunroof here, which is nice. And plus you turn it on from this button over here. There we go. So that's nice to have. So as I said, it doesn't go all the way back, but it does have it, which is a nice feature. This particular model, guys, the ceiling itself is made of Alcantara, so it's really nice and premium. It feels really soft here, so it's really nice. It's really nice. I really like the touch here. Right, guys, so one of the things that I like about this car is that dial over there. So it feels really sporty. It's right at the back. It feels like a Formula 1 sort of thing that you have. The design, I really like that here. The other thing I like about this car is when you put the car in reverse. So all the side mirrors, the mirror actually drops down to show you, the ground. Obviously, the markers, on the ground itself. So that's really nice. Makes it easy to park. So another thing that I don't like about this car is obviously because this car at the back it's a sloping roofline. Your rear window is really narrow, so you're unable to see very much at the back. The back cars when you're driving. So that's probably one of the downsides of this car. And obviously, this rear view mirror, it's not frameless that you may get on the Audi. But however, and plus it's not square shapes, but it may impact your visibility when you're looking at the back. Okay guys, we're in the back now. This seat is my normal seating position, and as you can see I have enough leg room, enough headroom. I mean, considering this car, this ceiling here, I mean, it does sort of clunk in, but still I have enough headroom, and plus the sloping headline that does not affect, you know, my headspace. I have enough headroom, which is nice. So, you know, I do feel comfortable here. Nice leather seats, which I like. However, I think you've noticed, guys, this particular car is only made for 4 people, because you have the center console here, and you're not going to fit 5 people. It's only made for 4 people. And there is aeroplane type pockets here. You can fit your kids' tablets and all that, which is nice to have. There's enough storage here for a pack of crisps, which is nice. Again, there's carbon fiber over here, and obviously, you know, the door handles made of aluminium. That's a nice touch. I do really like that. So fitting in a kid's car seat is really easy. I mean, we have fitted one here, as you can see. It's really nice to fit. It's really easy. I don't think this car, you know, has the Isofix, so the Isofix connections, which is quite a shame. But you can fit in a car seat quite easily, as you can see, you know, as we have demonstrated here. So, you know, so moving on to center console, guys. As you can see, both the rear passengers, both of them, you know, have their own separate controls for the climate, temperature. Over here, again, you know, there is a carbon fiber, so that premium feel, quality feel continues. These nice big vents, I do like that. There is a 12-volt power connection here, and also cigarette lighter here. There's a few bit more storage down here as well, which is nice. This car also has the armrest made out of leather, should you need it. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the cup holders, but that is made up of here, because you do have a cup holder here, which is nice. So, I mean, you know, not really made for a family of 5, 4 people max, but you should be able to get 4 people in here really, really nicely. So I do like it. So there's lights here for rear passenger over here, and there's one over there, which is nice as well. So, you know, that's nice to have. So overall, because this is it's quite a wide car, you know, you don't feel cramped in the back. It feels really spacious, which is, you know, should be adequate for most people. Right guys, what do I think of this car? It's a really nice car. The interior is really nice. It's well built. It has a really solid feel to it. And the dashboard is rated out really nice. It's fully loaded. Has all the kit you need. Performance-wise, it has a really, really powerful engine. Okay, in the back, your visibility may be granted because of that narrow rear view window. You can only fit 2 at the back, not 3. But apart from that, and so if this car does meet your requirements, and you like the looks of the car, there will be a really, really good choice for you. So I hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, hit that like button, follow us on Instagram, and we get more of these cars, or these types of cars, reviewed and uploaded onto YouTube very soon. Thanks for watching.